Hello, got it attached to the phone, and I got a little battery power here. Got the microphone as well as this little extension thing. I had to do a little adjustment with the 3D printer here and get some of the thread adapters so I can get it to fit. But right now it's looking pretty good. In fact, let's go do a little clap and intro. All right, welcome back to Real Cast Fishing. Your host, Glenn, with the City Battle Fishing Field Team, the COAF Field Team on YouTube. And this round, what do we got for you? Well, let's do a little... Yes. Yours truly been doing a little fishing lately, specifically the Blue River, twice so far this season. And then back to Turner Falls for a return of some fun times, catching a few trout there. It was a little brutal, but bottom line, I ended up getting a limit finally after pretty much fishing all day. For those joining, this is just a real quick Podtrak sound check setup. I'll talk a little fishing while we're here, but mainly just trying to try out the new gear that I have here. And so I've got a microphone, I've got a Podtrak, Zoom Podtrak, so I can add some additional things to it to include some call-in. I'm not sure how the sound is sounding like. I've got the sound check looking pretty good on the levels, but when I hear it on the playback, I can't really tell if it's really good or not. So just kind of playing it by ear. And in fact, let's just do a quick howdy in the chat here. Let's see. Not sure how come I can't put any... I don't know. I don't know why I can't see any of the chat items here in the window. Let's try this again. Chat filter, top messages, all messages, top messages. Okay. Here, let me grab my iPad and see if I can figure out what's happening. I think the last time I had to do this, I had to do a workaround and actually see any comments coming in through the on my iPad. Anyways, I've got the headphone on. I normally do this from my desktop, but this time I wanted to be a little bit more mobile. In fact, see, I can pick up the whole gear here and move it around like so. So it's more of a mobile on-the-go setup. Not sure how the sound check is, so I'm going to have to go check that later. But let's see if I can get to... I think I have to go and change the channels and all that, and then I can see if there's anything coming in the chat. So bear with me. Got to do my workaround where I go on to my iPad to actually see any. Oh, I see somebody. I'm a gamer boy. Hi, howdy. All right. Well, how's the sound? I'm not sure how the sound is on y'all's end. So. Right. Well, how's the sound? Oh wait. I'm getting it here. Sounds like it's doing pretty good. All right. Well, let me shut that down real quick. I'm getting it here. Sounds like it's. Okay. So anyways, I just wanted to do a sound check, and it sounds like it's doing really well. Just to describe what I'm doing, I've got a Zoom Podtrak 4 set up on a light stand. Did some 3D printing here to make some adjustments to the thread and to the microphone. And I've got an extension here so I can keep the microphone in front of me. And then I've got it hooked up directly to YouTube Live on my phone. And let's see. And then I have also a battery bank, so it allows me to be portable. So, I mean, this is pretty cool. I can just lift it up like so, and I can move around. I do like that. So anyways, what do you guys want to talk about? Fishing? Well, that's what we do. We talk about fishing. Okay. Peanut butter. What's up with peanut butter? Sometimes when I get bored, I'll drive around and scream. Well, that's not good. So let's go ahead and take that one off. There we go. And let's see if I can remove that one too. All right, there we go. All right, howdy. Any of y'all doing any fishing lately? I did some fishing here lately. Got several videos out there just talking about, actually showing the fishing that I've done. How am I? I'm doing good. How about you? Let's see. Someone keeps... Okay. I think I took care of that. Yep, there we go. All right. What's next? You're good? All right. Excellent. Okay. So the most recent videos I posted, 2 on the Blue River and 1 on the, Turner Falls Park. Before that, I did a bunch of pond fly fishing, BFS, bait finesse style fishing, and did pretty good in the local ponds, but all in preparation for the upcoming trout stocking season. Caught a nice trout earlier this week. That's excellent. Any Black Friday deals? I'm holding out for an 8 or 9 setup. I haven't seen any Black Friday deals on the fishing stuff, but I've mainly been looking at some other stuff. Fishing-wise, I mainly picked up some more fly fishing, or fly tying material. Big one I'm trying to work on is that Egan's poacher. Individual I met on the Blue River was just killing him with an Egan's poacher in olive. And I was pretty impressed with that. He was catching like 10 to my 1. And I've met him over the years at different places. It was good to see him on the Blue, and definitely a great fisherman there. Do I have any gaming devices? I don't. My son does, but I used to play some video games, but I kind of get bored with it now. I'd rather go fishing. Outdoor stuff, Other than that, let me think. You can see I've got some fishing gear behind me. Is a bunch of fly rods with a mix of other fishing rods. And then, let's see, since I can move around, I can actually show you. Up there some more. Those are my surf casting, carp fishing gear and all that. And then back there is a bunch of fly fishing rods and reels and whatnot and gear. Then over here is a cabinet full of some reels that I haven't used in a while. I kind of flipped through them throughout the season. So right now I'm mainly using a 3-weight, 10-foot fly rod along with a 5-weight fly rod. I do have a 6-weight that I have in like a little, case. And then I got some bait finesse gear, and then I have a couple of ultralight gear or spinning rods set up because my fishing buddy likes to use ultralight spinning gear. Chase carp on the fly. I've fished for them on occasion, but I've not targeted them specifically. Yeah. And let's see, which rod? No, my son doesn't play Fortnite. He plays The Hunt. Yeah, The Hunt. Yeah, I think it's not so popular, but it's still fun enough for him. What else you got here? Which rod model is your favorite up there? Fishing rod model. It really depends on if I'm going where I'm fishing. So if I'm hitting some rivers and whatnot, my go-to favorite rod is a 6-weight TFO rod with a 6.7 Echo Ion reel with a Commando OPST Skagit head. And that allows me to pretty much fish anywhere in the area and target stripers as well as some small stalker trout and not be undergunned, if I would call it that. And then when it comes to pure fishing, I like using these 2 boat rods I have back over here in the corner with some Penn Squall reels that I think they took the place of the old Penn 525 mag reel that you can definitely cast for distance with those things. Struggle with stalker trout in a tiny city pond. Any suggestions? Let's see. If you're talking flies, I would start out with a woolly bugger and a gold hare's ear nymph. If you're talking bait, you can't go wrong with power bait and power worms. And then your grocery store baits, that's always good to have, just in case, some dough bait and whatnot. You like hunting or camping? Yes, I do like them both. Mm-hmm. I just don't hunt as much just because hard to get a lease here. And then my day job kind of threw me a curve. So I gave up a lease that I had for about 10, 15 years. And yeah, I had some fun there. Camping-wise, the main reason I camp is because I just want to stay longer in the area that I'm going to be fishing. But yeah, I do camp. but mainly to go extend my fishing stay. All right. I am impressed with the little backpacking stove that I picked up. It's one of those ones that can use butane as well as propane, has a starter or igniter that's included with it. And I used it for the trout that I cooked last night using a little backpacking wok, they called it, that has a foldable handle. That one worked out well. I'm pretty impressed with that one. I think it even heats up quicker than that 2-burner propane stove that I had. I used to have the old Coleman, gas stove, but I kind of shifted over to the propane just for ease. Do you magnet fish? Guilty. I do have the magnet with the lanyard, and I throw it in the water. Haven't got anything decent so far. It's mainly been some hooks, wires, some pieces of lures and whatnot, but nothing big yet. But yeah, I do that. As well as if you can see there, right over there by the 3D printer is a metal detector that I had for about maybe 3 years. And then I've got an old school metal detector over there in the corner that I've had for 30 years. See, I go crabbing a lot in salt marshes. I was wondering which type of fish might be good to put in the traps, if you have any suggestions. So last year we went to Capano Bay over there by Rockport, and usually didn't use fish. Instead, I just used chicken necks. Yeah. Or cheap over there at HEB, and just threw them in there. That worked really well. And I'm getting, well, there's no quantity limit for a crab here in Texas. So I think we got like 140 something crab. Yeah. All on chicken necks. But I hear that basically any oily fish kind of give it that oily smell or taste that the trout, or not, correction, the crab will come up to and chow down on it. But chicken necks is what I've mainly been using for forever, ever since I was a kid back on the coast, Texas coast. And we were using them on end of some string or line, twine, and then also in crab traps as well. The basket crab traps as well as the box. I even made some myself. I still have them for another trip down there. But oh yeah, crabbing's good. Especially if I had to do it again, I would probably cook them while I'm catching them. So as I get enough to fill a pot, go ahead and cook them and get them all boiled up and everything, and then get them cooled down so you can start shelling them while you're waiting to catch more. Because I spent a lot of time having to go back and forth from the pier and all that. Is weed a vegetable? I don't know. Let's see. What's your favorite seafood? Let's see. Saltwater wise. Ooh, I really like redfish, especially when they've been feeding on blue crab, because then they start getting that blue crab taste. Especially blackened redfish. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So favorite seafood, I would say that would be it. But fish in general, I from a fish standpoint in freshwater, since we're up here in North Texas, I rate them as striped bass, crappie, then catfish, then white bass. Yeah, and white bass, you got to make sure that you cut that lateral line, that dark meat over there. It gets really, really gamey, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I do like crappie. Those are really good. Crab boils are freaking heavenly. Oh yeah. There's two kinds that we use. We have the Old Bay, and then that Slap Ya Mama one. Oh yeah, a spicy one that they make. That's a real good crab boil mix there, if you like the spiciness. All right. Oh yeah. All right. Any other fishing related questions? I think this setup's doing well. I like it. I can do it pretty quickly. Just throw the phone on there, plug it in, even pick it up and move it around. Here, I'll even stand up a little here. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, I just bumped into something. Anyways, this is pretty portable. What I'm thinking is I can probably... Oh, there's some more poles right there. Okay. Some more. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. I got some in the corner there just stacked up as well. So what happens is I don't throw away a pole, even if it breaks, because what I've found out over the years is there's always a piece or part that you can use to fix another one. So I've reused some rods. The last one that I did, I had a tip break off of one of my rods, and luckily it broke to where I could still put an insert inside from another broken pole, and the hollow part of it, I was able to put that together, and it's working good again. So yeah, in fact, I think it's one of these up here. It was a Bass Senko rod that I was using. Use a line basket. I'm shopping for one. No, I don't. I just let it fall on the ground, and it gets everywhere, and it gets tangled. If I'm in a river, I let it float behind me. But yeah, I don't do that. I probably would help sometimes, but I pretty much just keep fishing. All right. Yeah, this is fun. I like this impromptu session thing, and yeah, I've been kind of playing around with this. I had this more on a portable setup where it was in a box, like a toolbox, but now it looks like with this setup, I can pretty much just put everything in that box, get set up somewhere, and maybe do this out and about. And hey, who knows? Maybe I might be able to do like a little collab, or maybe if there's someone out there that wants to go talk fishing podcasting style with a little video here, I'm willing to do it. I've got another microphone with an XLR input. It says it's got 4 inputs, but when you're using the phone as a device, it really just gives you 3. But hey, two people talking fishing, I'm sure that'd be good. What do you say? Let's see, upcoming things. I think there's going to be some trout stocking here in the local area. I think even here in Allen, where I'm located, at the local pond. I just don't remember. Is it this week or is it going to be next week? I don't remember. I'll have to go look. That said, when that happens, I'll probably try doing another live stream. Or actually, it's a rebroadcast of a live stream. So what happens is 2 things. One, I tried live streaming from my phone. It worked out pretty well, but then it dies after about an hour, and that ain't enough. What I've been doing then is I take my GoPro, throw it in the vertical, and I videotape what I'm doing there, and I don't edit it. I just kind of let it run. And then when I get back to the casa, I'll sit there and render it, get it all set up, unedited. It's just a straight video taken from that fishing foray. And then I'll go in, rebroadcast it on a live stream. And one, I'm able to moderate the channel or the chat because there's some craziness sometimes when you're on there. And then other times, you get some questions and all that, and I'm able to answer them on the fly while the video goes. All right, looks like we got some folks from Yukon, British Columbia. Howdy, howdy. And then back to ground fog. Do they last summer down there in the ponds? No, they don't. The longest I've had here locally, I actually caught a trout in May after they stocked it in December, and it was pretty warm by then. And then I did, about 2 years ago, I took the, I think it was the Goldfish camera or the Water Wolf camera. I took that out and threw it in the local pond over here, and sure enough, I saw 2 trout go by. And it was in the middle of summer, too, and that's a spring-fed pond, deeper water, so there may be a holdover now and then, but I suspect that, they're pretty hard to catch probably because they're been able to hold over and not get caught. All righty. Let's see. So how are things on y'all's end fishing-wise? It looks like we have someone from Canada. How about other places? Whoever's online, we got time. I'm just kind of playing around here and just kind of open the floor to any questions that you guys might have. I think my next go round that I'll be doing is probably some more pond fly fishing. I do want to make another trip to the Blue River, especially after Thanksgiving and between Christmas, and then a little bit after Christmas, things will get cold enough where there won't be as many people out there. Only ice fishing where I'm at right now. Oh, cool. I haven't ice fished. That sounds like it'd be pretty fun to do other than the cold, but I do see those ones where they have those shelters and the hole inside, and they have a camera that they can drop in the water and you can see all that action. I like watching those videos, and that looks like it'd be pretty fun. Let's see, in North Dakota, Minnesota, mostly ice fishing options here. Okay, all right, excellent. I think you guys have some bigger fish. What is it, walleye and yellow perch, and well, you guys got trout too. So holy cow, got some good stuff too. All right. So, anyways, I like this setup. I may be doing more of these on the fly. I'm going to go and re-listen to this one just to make sure we've got the audio set up nicely. I've got a good microphone right here, and I've got a nice kind of audio mixer thing here, along with enough battery power. I could do this for a while, and then this is helping. But I think I can hear the compressor from my refrigerator kicking on, so there might be a little buzz in the background. Okay, not to use ice fishers sitting on the ice because you pull right. Okay. Massachusetts, I haven't seen much. Okay. Pretty cold up here. Trout was the last thing I've seen. Okay. I think, what is it? You guys have striped bass and those bluefish runs. That'd be pretty cool. I used to live in Rhode Island and had a good chance of catching some striped bass and some bluefish while I was up there, along with, let's see, it was Newport, Rhode Island. They had a pond, and they had stocked it with trout, and some pretty nice trout there. I was catching them on, what were they? Mepps inline spinners. The one that had a little, a willow blade, and it was a little minnow-looking, rubbery, plasticky thing on it. And I learned it from another individual that says, "Here, use this." And I said, "Sure, I'll use it." And sure enough, I got some trout there. All right. So appreciate y'all joining. I do like this setup, and I think we can kind of play around with it some more over the course of the next few weeks, if not months, as we talk more fishing. I just got a feeling that you're about to tell me something funny. I don't really have anything funny right now. I was doing some dad jokes and some other funny jokes earlier this year, but kind of got sidetracked. I think when you green screen another video, it doesn't get played as much, so I kind of stayed back from there. Aglia, I've used the Aglia, but it's the plain trout inline Mepps spinner. See, that's where I go crabbing in the Brown Margin, Rhode Island. All right, cool. All right, nice. Okay, I think that's all I got for now. Hey, stay tuned. I'll get one of these kicked off again. I do have to get sidetracked with some other, got my day job, so I got to take care of that first. But hey, appreciate y'all joining, and do stay tuned for some more videos. I plan to do more over the course of the trout stocking season, and then we'll roll right in like we normally do, from trout stocking to bass fishing, the spawn and whatnot in the spring. And then later on, as things warm up again, then it's back to kayak fishing. And then, of course, maybe that run down to the coast and have some fun. What part of the blue do you fish the most? I mainly fish the low water crossing, Hughes Crossing, that area. Maybe upstream of that. And then if you go up on this one hill, like you're going to one of the campgrounds past the main, I think the main parking area campground, and you go up a hill, you get to Desperado Springs. That's a good one to run up there. And I like fishing that. And then, of course, you got the catch and release area. If you go to the catch and release area, just north of Highway 7, rule of thumb is to take the parking lot that's furthest west, because that's only going to be like a mile walk. If you park next to the river itself, closest to the river off of Highway 7, that's going to take you about maybe an hour, 45 minutes to walk it. So it can be pretty brutal. All right. Okay, you guys have a good day. Appreciate y'all joining. And hey, stay tuned. We'll do some more of these. All right. Next time, we'll catch y'all later. And good luck and good fishing.